What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's video. Today I am going to be fishing the river, Indiana River today. It's pretty chilly out still. It's starting to warm up just a bit though. I'll be starting with this, it's like a 4-inch little paddle tail swim bait. It's very, very small. I got about a 1/4 ounce weight on here with a homemade jig and a jig head, and we're going to try to catch some smallmouth, some white bass, some wipers, walleye maybe, I don't know. The shad are starting to run, so I'm going to throw this bait right in the middle of the shad schools that I see going by, and hopefully we can get something to bite. So stay tuned and let's rip some lips. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good one. I am fishing the wall. Got a little Lew's custom rod here, and it's a Speed Sticks. It's a carbon blue GT. Don't know a lot about Lew's, but I enjoy throwing this little spinning reel for some smaller game fish. I think I've got 10 or 14 pound fire line on here, and it works perfect for the river. Strong enough to get me out of some of the rocks, but not too strong I'm going to miss any bites on it. So I'm just going to fish this wall today in hopes to catch some fish. You might be able to see it, you might not, but there's a ton of shad in front of me, and just throwing it right in that shad. And there will be some big game fish come up and swallow some of those shad, and if I throw my bait right in there with them, I'm sure I'll get nailed at some point. There's a good fish. Ooh, awesome smallmouth. First fish of the day is a beautiful smallmouth. That's a good keeper size smallie. That's probably pushing 16 inches. 2.5, 3 pounder. Beautiful. Incredible first smallmouth on a little Kitech swim bait. I'm gonna go down here to let him go. There he goes, fires right back down there. Beautiful first fish. Got one down, got about 1,000 to go. The guy on the way in here said he caught one smallmouth, so not surprised there. Seen some crappie and some white bass caught as well, so the fishing's finally starting to pick up. I'm pretty excited. One smallie down, which is incredible. It's really actually quite difficult to catch smallmouth in the river this way because they jump so much that anytime they jump, it just kind of spits the hook pretty easily. It's also kind of difficult sometimes because I'm bumping off a lot of these shads, so every now and then I'll feel something hit and I'll just assume that it's another shad, but it could actually be a legit bite, so you got to make sure you take everything pretty seriously. Kind of crazy, I've actually had 2 additional smallmouth follow me up into the shallow rocks here. I just run out of real estate before they fully commit. Really like to try to get me a nice white bass today. It's been quite a while since I've caught any white bass. Here's another nice smallie. Smallie number 2, baby. Absolute gorgeous fish. Unbelievable. Second beautiful smallmouth. They're wanting smaller baits. I threw a rattle trap in here for about 20 minutes. No hits, so I switched back over to something that I knew would work, and sure enough, we got another one. So we're gonna go ahead and put him back now. Just a gorgeous fish. That's 2 off that wall. There he goes right there. Beautiful. Again, here's what I'm using. This is not your standard, 3.8 inch swim bait that you can get from like Walmart or whatever. This is actually a 4-inch bait, and it's slightly skinnier, which is why I like it. The profile is just a little bit smaller, but a little bit longer. That's actually Swing Impact 4-inch Kitech. Beautiful baits. And you can use any color you want. I choose pearl because I like to be able to see the bait in the water. It's just something that I've found helps me get my technique better. I can see the bait. I can tell if I'm going too fast or too slow. So that's why I like to use white swim baits as much as I can. And believe it or not, the river's actually pretty clean, even though we've had a lot of rain. And it doesn't seem like it's high or flowing too ridiculous either. So that's kind of nice. I'm running this bait parallel about 1 foot off the wall. So if you guys are wanting smallies, that's what you want to do here apparently. It just kind of depends on the year and the time of the year as well, but sometimes you'll catch smallies, sometimes you'll catch rock bass. The guy just down from me is slaying the crappie. There's a fish. That's a nice fish. pulling a little drag. Oh, beautiful little wiper. Beautiful. First wiper of the year. Just a little wiper, but I'll take it. I catch a lot of fish, and I think the wipers are actually my favorite fish to catch, so very cool, very pretty fish. Beautiful, gorgeous wiper. Look at that, guys. Incredible. Gorgeous fish. All right, we're gonna go ahead and release this guy. Just depends on the time of year and everything. Sometimes I like to eat them, sometimes I don't. I'm not really feeling like taking anything home and cleaning it. Although the fishing is incredible right now. That's just a little guy. I'd like to see these guys grow about to be 10, 20 pounds. There he goes. Beautiful. 3 fish down. Been here for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and we're doing okay. So we're gonna keep trying that little swim bait right off the wall. Beautiful. Like I said, they're in here slamming that shad, so it's working. I assumed there were a few wipers in here biting. I did see some nice silver flashes a little bit earlier running in the shad school, but I wasn't sure if they were some of the bigger shad that were turning sideways. It's nice to see that there are some wipers up here and they are biting a little bit. Another huge key to success down here is if you don't have a net, don't even show up, honestly. You gotta have a net just for anything. Any fish you wanna see come on shore or in the boat, you gotta have that net. They're just too feisty, and it's hard to get them without one. Especially a hook like this that's only got one hook on it, or a lure like this that only has one hook. It's just tough. There was another bite right there. Just a nice bright silver flash, probably a small white bass. There's a little smallie. Right there on the edge. That was cool. Beautiful fish. I actually watched him hit it, which is pretty neat. Probably seen this fish a few different times come up to my bait. First time he actually fully committed though. Another little smallie. Smallest one of the day, unfortunately. But third smallmouth and 1 wiper, so bass are hitting. There he goes, right back down. That, I believe, was the first cast with the new jig head I got on here. The hook was starting to straighten on the other one, so I switched it out a little bit. These baits work tremendous. Unfortunately, they are a little bit softer, so they do rip pretty easily, especially with the aggressive fish that I have been catching out of the river today. The smallies are really aggressive, and they just tear these baits up. So if you do decide to buy any of these, you'll definitely want to get a pack or 2. You won't want to come down here with a partial pack. I mean, you're really risking it with 1 pack, honestly. That's all I have today, but so far it's doing so good. We've gone through 4 or 5 baits. Oh, I just lost another smallmouth. Dang it. When I went to turn my rod, it got all tangled up at the tip. Man, that would have been 4 smallies. There we go. Oh my God. That is the darkest smallmouth I've ever seen in my life. Pretty cool. Another one, just a little guy, but still pretty cool. Number 5. Well, number 4 I've caught. Number 5 I've caught. Number 4 I've landed. Another smallie. Another smallmouth. Pretty good smallie. This guy's probably pushing the 14-inch range. Probably right around there, so I'm not sure if he's legal or not, but we're gonna throw him back regardless. Beautiful fish. That's my 5th smallmouth, 6th one I've hooked on, so this wall's definitely producing. 6 smallmouth off one wall in just an afternoon is not too bad. If you were wanting to take these home, I don't think you've got very much to take home. But it's a good time just to come up here and catch them. Early springtime fishing like this is a gamble. You never know what you're going to get. But the nice thing today is that there are no Asian carp in sight. So I suppose if the carp are gone, the fishing's probably going to be decent. And so far, that's what it's turned out to be. Anytime there's carp in here, that's pretty much all you're going to get. And it's just impossible to fight through the carp to get to the games. There's a really nice fish. Big wiper. Big wiper. Yes. Yes. Hallelujah. We got one. It's a beautiful fish. 2.82 kilograms. 2.82 kilograms, which is roughly 6 pounds, I think. Beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous. Gonna go ahead and release him now because there's no need to keep him. Monster fish though. Got what I came for. That was a nice wiper. There he goes. Charges right off. Just did the math because that scale for some reason is not in pounds. 6.20 pounds. So about 6 1/4 pounds, which is insane. That's one of my bigger ones in quite a while. Second wiper this year, second one of this video, and we got one at 6 pounds already. I am freaking hyped up right now. Yeah, early May, that's when you really want to come down here and get these wipers. That's usually when they're starting to spawn or pre-spawn. That was a big fat belly on that guy, so it's just, she's full of eggs. But really excited. We're gonna get back in there and got about another half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we're gonna head on out of here. Not just saying it because of today, but I really do feel like wipers are probably my favorite fish to catch. I've caught a lot of fish, a lot of freshwater and saltwater fish, and I strongly believe that wipers are one of my favorite. Just pound for pound, they're big, fat, mean SOBs. They sure are fun to catch though. You guys definitely get to see the power of editing. It might look like I'm doing it and it's pretty easy, but in all reality, I've been here for over 3 hours. It's worth it though when you can come off with a nice wiper like that, but you know how many times I've come down here and not got a nice wiper after 3 hours? It's a lot. So I can't say how blessed and how fortunate I am to be able to do that. I feel it's pretty cool. It is very cool. Hopefully it's not the only wipers I get this year. I don't get to fish this place as much as I used to because I moved, but it's always nice to come back to where your kind of roots are and go back to what you started fishing. And that right there is what these fish are all eating, is these giant shad. They're right off this wall, so occasionally you will bump into one or two, but a lot of these big fish hang out on this wall because all that bait's right there. There we go. First white bass. Look at how much of that bait is gone. Watch this. Oh my goodness. Beautiful little white bass. First white bass this year. Not a real big guy, but perfect little eater size. You get 10 or 12 of these, and you got an awesome dinner. First white bass. Nice variety today. you enjoyed today's video. We did catch some fish out here, and we had one really, really nice hybrid out here. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, you guys got to try it. Go off this wall right here, and you want to use this white little swim baits or something like that for early season. Later in the season, there's a lot of other things you can try and use, but for right now, it's just working great. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.